What is up, everybody? It is Tuesday, July 23rd. We ended up taking one trade today. It was this long setup here. I took a couple other trades on my personal account, but regardless, the one that we were mostly focused on in the morning, the one that I took on my evaluation account on my funded futures that I'm trying to pass, is this long setup right here. So if you look at the overnight session, right, we had Asia accumulation, we had London manipulate below the Asia low, and then we ended up getting a nice move on up. If we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, we notice that we are still in this. Well, ignore this because this is now tonight's action, but we saw that this inversion fair value gap ended up supporting us on this day on Monday. We dropped down into it, bounced right back up. And so I was coming with a bullish bias, targeting this draw on liquidity here, these relative equal highs, which also fits in pretty darn close to the equilibrium of this range on down. So with that, I dropped down to the 1-hour time frame to see what else could hold us up in price. And I noticed this 1-hour fair value gap right there. I said 1-hour FEG should support, and it was supporting us for a lot of the time. But of course, here in after hours, or sorry, at the end of the day, we invalidated it. And now we should be seeing some kind of downside, which clearly we see happening here. So at the market open and pre-market, we were looking at 15-minute fair value gaps to see what else could have held us up and what was in our way to that draw on liquidity. We noticed this 15-minute fair value gap that was a bearish one. We needed that to get inversed. And we also noticed this 15-minute fair value gap that could have held us up that was also sitting within the 1-hour fair value gap. Overall, we had the market structure being shifted to a bullish market structure. Here was the market structure shift, retracement back down, and then we started getting a reaction out of it. So we were overall feeling confident on the long setup here. So when the market opened this morning, we wanted to see a accumulation here and a manipulation move on down, taking out this sell side liquidity level that we marked right there. So if you look, we ended up getting a 1-minute fair value gap, oopsies, right here, right there, that we inversed. As soon as it inversed it, I market ordered in, put my stop below that low. Now I was targeting that draw on liquidity right up here, where we could have found resistance also at this inversion fair value gap. But I took partials here at the pre-market high because I just wanted to secure some of that gain and then put the rest to break even. If you notice, we hit that very nicely. That was a nice 1 to 7.74 risk to reward. And then I trailed my stop loss. I believe I got stopped out here on this pullback right there. So overall, that was a solid trade. It worked out in our favor, but then quickly, reversed. And if you notice the price action the rest of the day was pretty much all over the place, right? This is very seek and destroy action. We have taking out this low, taking out that high, taking out that low, taking out that high, taking out this low, taking out that high, and then taking out that low, all within the same day. So not an ideal day to trade. But if you took this one trade and you called it a day, you ended up very nicely in green. So hopefully you guys, took a good trade today. Didn't get caught up in all of this nasty price action that we had going on here. But yeah, solid day. Very happy with yesterday's performance, today's performance. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow we have high impact news, so it should be way more giving in terms of the setups. So all right, guys, catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.